So, hello, hello, and welcome. I'm also just activated it on LinkedIn and it takes a couple of seconds. So, whoever is here for this lunchtime LinkedIn live, welcome. I'm Julia Singh. I'm a systemic coach on a mission to inspire meaningful conversations that bring you further. And today I'm honored to have a guest, the transformational hypnotist and mindset consultant, Mary Ben. And I invited Mary to talk about one topic that is very, very, very meaningful to me personally, authenticity. And how it happened, why Mary? Because we have been connected on LinkedIn already quite some time. We both attended one Tony Robbins event that bound us together. And here am I 2 weeks ago coming across Mary's LinkedIn post on the topic of authenticity. And one sentence really struck a chord. And it was, authenticity starts with self-worth. The more I honor my inner values, the more I show up as my true self, without roles, without masks. And I have always been saying that I would love to inspire people to talk and to live by the values of authenticity, courage, curiosity, and compassion. So that was my go-to invitation. Let us talk authenticity. So dear Mary, thank you so much for joining me for this conversation. I would love to start with the question, what is authenticity to you? What's your story with authenticity? And have you always lived it so fully as you live today?
Let me answer your first question, the last question first. I've not always been. No problems to go on live in an interview or speak on stage, or I do videos and pictures of myself on LinkedIn and other platforms. But I wasn't like that before. I was very much afraid of public speaking. I was very much afraid of being rejected. And it got me so nervous. And I must even say, I didn't have a real identity. Whoever I was with, I was trying to be the one they wanted me to be. And this has completely changed now. I'm so happy for that, because this is exhausting. This is the main thing. It's so exhausting not to be your true self, always trying to see how can I be to be loved, to be liked, that people want me around them. And yes, authenticity has much to do with self-worth. If you don't know who you are, who you truly are, really are, then it's so difficult to be yourself, because we are all like shiny diamonds. Come on this earth like a shiny diamond. We are perfect. And in childhood, there are some mud has been put on our shining diamond, like you're not worth it, you're not good enough, you're not lovable. And so we try to be someone else, and this is immensely exhausting.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective. Whoever is joining live or listening to the replay, feel free to drop in comments. How is your relationship with authenticity? Do you also experienced such struggle to the need to fit in, to say yes when you wanted to say no? And when I think about my approach to authenticity, it comes actually from slightly different perspective. Not that much of fear of not being liked, but more from the fear of not living in alignment with something that feels right for me. That I have been in the jobs where I really wanted to live on the day two, and still it took me 3 years to find the proper next step, or in a relationship that was good in so many ways, and still something deep inside of me knew this is not right for me. So that is also rooted in the courage, in the trust of believing that there is something better out there waiting for me if I do not settle for something that doesn't feel quite right. So that was my angle. And yeah, thank you very much for opening this whole scope. And yeah, maybe the next logical question would be also to people who just dialed in and maybe they have their lunch and think, authenticity, why does it matter? So why do you think, why should everyone stop considering this word as nice to have, but realize that it is kind of essential for a fulfilled life?
Well, I think as I said before, it's very exhausting not to be yourself. You always try to fit into a role. Just think about, are you the same person when you're at home or with your friends or with your siblings or something, and at work? If you're not, there's always a constant inner conflict. Who could I be? Who should I be? How should I show up? And if you're authentic, if you're the same person wherever you are, there's so much clarity, there's inner balance, inner peace, and this will bring more success in any ways in relationships. If you're not afraid to be the one you are, then if you're not afraid of being rejected, if you don't think you're not good enough, this is the thing. Many people have this, I'm not good enough. They know it, they're conscious of it, but most people are not conscious that they are having this inner limiting belief, I'm not enough. But if you believe you're enough, like nothing can happen to you. Like you don't fear that people might, what they think about you. You just feel good.
Like where do you think this might be coming from?
Well, I've worked with many clients. I work with hypnosis. I'm working with a tool that's called Rapid Transformational Therapy. And we go down to the root cause. I always love to call myself, I'm a story detective and a sculptor. Like a detective, I find the root cause behind the problem, behind the issue. And like a sculptor, I remove everything that is around us, that the diamond can shine again. And well, it can be something very small. If you're 2 years old, you're in your bed, you're crying out for your mom to come and get you out, or something is not right with you. And she might be just busy in the kitchen, and this happens every time again and again. Then you're feeling rejected, and you don't think, well, mom, she's not okay, she's not taking care of me. You think, oh, there's something wrong with me. And it can be little things, but we know that many people have been experiencing over a longer period of time, even traumatic things. Now I've watched scenes where the one was hit by the other, or constant problems in the family. And children always think it's my fault. So if you're not good enough, then mom cannot love me. Something like this. And it's very easy to find out in hypnosis what is the root cause, and then you just can dissolve this. You can reframe it and dissolve the problem, and this will really make you free and happy.
Oh my God. When I hear the word hypnosis, all the excitement antennas light up. Can you please share a little bit? Because for people who might be new to it, the Kopfkino can be, Mary will come and will ask me for the PIN from my bank account, and then I completely became her will-powerless victim. How does the hypnosis work for real?
Yeah, we know this hypnosis from shows. Yeah, this is show hypnosis. It has absolutely nothing to do with hypnotherapy. And you have been in hypnosis before, whether you've been to a hypnotist or not. Everyone was, because it's like looking out of the window, daydreaming. You just don't realize what's going on around you. You're just in your inner world. And in my sessions, we talk to each other. You're never out of control. I could never control anyone in hypnosis. So otherwise I would be very rich. I would drive a Porsche and but it's not like that. It's just that you become aware of your inner self. You're deeply connected to your inner self, and you find the answers within yourself. I'm not doing this. You are doing the work. It's not me. We are having a conversation in hypnosis, and you find the memories and the answers to all of your issues. And then you realize that's not me. I'm not two anymore. And in my bed, I'm not dependent on my mom anymore. I've had so many clients who went to therapy for years and years and nothing changed because they were just reviewing it, but they'd never reframed it. And this is very easy to be done. So it's an incredible tool, and it's just physics. It's nothing magical, absolutely not.
Okay, well, here maybe you will lose a couple of followers, but I can imagine you will gain many more, because it is important to know that hypnosis is a tool where you still remain in control, and it is not that something will be made over you, and you will always just find certain answers, and then you will decide with your conscious mind if you act on them and how specifically, right?
Have to do the work. Yeah, it's an illusion to think I will go to the hypnotist, he will hypnotize me or she will hypnotize me and everything will be good. I'm not doing anything. I'm just guiding you the way, and you are doing the work. We're doing this together. I'm just a guide.
Okay, and like you mentioned before, thank you so much, that it might be very difficult to even spot this like limiting beliefs. And how do you think, how can it be, what could be the little signs that any person could recognize that I have the topic, I want to look deeper into my relationship with authenticity? What are the points how anyone can figure out that there are certain blockages between me showing up fully?
Well, very often people who are not showing up fully, who are playing a role in when they're at work or somewhere, they are very much exhausted in the end of the day, at the end of the day. Yeah, because it takes a lot of energy not to be. If you're, for example, you're having a new boyfriend and you're meeting his parents for the first time, how do you feel? You will be excited, of course, but you will also be very tense, yeah, because you think they expect something from you, and you're playing a role. You're trying to impress others, and as soon as you're playing a role trying to impress others, it's cost you so much energy. So many people can feel this at the end of the day when they are being exhausted. This is one sign that you're not your true self. Or yeah, when you feel this fear of being rejected, or you overthink again and again, how can I do this so I match their expectations, or I can say something very clever, or yeah, how can I appear very professional? And this is not authenticity. Authenticity is if you feel free to just be yourself. You're a shiny diamond. All of us are. Yeah, we can impress people just by being us, by being authentic.
I can imagine for many people it is years of personal growth work to come to this understanding. I am a shiny diamond as I am, and I do not need some Oxford PhD or be the CEO of some Fortune 500 company. I am shiny diamond as I am. But this is so true. When I believe in my worthiness, then I am feeling ready to speak up. And also in the work context, examples that come to mind, it would be easy, you say yes to some tasks and you get more and more load where you want to scream no, but you are too afraid of some kind of like punishment and being excluded or disliked. Or on the other hand, where you're in certain meetings and you have certain ideas, but something stops you, and part of it may be that, it is probably not such a smart idea, or I did not think it till the end. And then so many brilliant things remain unspoken. And also, unfortunately, in many cases, women have more tendency to kind of like not speak up, with all the consequences for the potential of promotions and opportunities coming their way. So yes, this is the question basically: what would change if we actually show up fully and at work, in relationships, online?
Let me come back to what you said before. For example, assemblies. For some of us, it's very, very difficult to speak up, to put up your finger. I want to say something. I had this issue long time. Yeah, for me, it took like 20 years of self-development to come to this point, and only with RTT I could solve this problem. And when you're having this problem, you will have it everywhere. You will have it when it's coming to a promotion, if you want to ask for more money, or if you want to ask for a task you'd like to do. It will get very, very difficult. And this also, you can't be authentic if you're having this fear of being rejected or being bewertet. Can you tell me what's in English?
Someone will judge you.
Judge you, being judged. And this makes it so difficult. And especially as women, we have very often learned as little girls, be nice, be good to others, don't be too loud, don't get angry, don't show your feelings, don't cry. Yeah, we're not allowed to show who we are, especially women, but boys the same. Boys don't cry. Yeah, don't show your feelings. And it's not good to be angry. Yeah. So from early childhood, we have learned not to be ourselves.
Yeah, and also I just had a conversation today with my coaching client, who is top-notch consultant with great credentials, with PhD in Oxford, and we have been looking into her LinkedIn presence, and she was telling me, I looked at my peers and everything is super, super professional. So I feel somehow uncomfortable to stand out and to put some personal note. And that was also interesting, that sometimes it can not necessarily even come from your mom telling you don't show up. It can also come at the current place. And we worked on reframing this attitude, and that to be human, you do not necessarily need to show up and say, I love cats and pancakes with strawberries for breakfast. It can still be very professional. And at the same time, showing your personality will help people be attracted to you, to know what you are standing for. And then when the opportunities will come into the room, they will be able to connect your name to this opportunity, compared to not standing out. And now, on top of the whole competition with other humans, we also have ChatGPT, who can replace so many tasks. And then it is critically essential to feel comfortable with yourself. As Oscar Wilde was saying, be yourself, everyone else is already taken. Because only in this way, you can draw some people to you.
Yeah, many people think they have to be perfect for perfection, the real problem. And they think others don't have this problem, but everyone has. We all have. So I would like to ask the people who are watching me, who had this was once in this situation where you wanted to show up, but you were afraid to show yourself, or to ask a question, or to ask for a promotion, or to really be powerful.
And I would love to build up on your question for those people exactly who experience this fear. If anyone has a story that you still overcome your fear, what helped you? So what was that probably thought that inspired you, that I will still open my mouth, raise my hand, initiate this conversation? And given that, the intention of this phone call is, our conversation is also to give some inspirational impulses to people who are watching. This topic of my idea may not be good enough, I always inspire people to think differently. If you are in this conversation, if you are in this meeting, someone invited you because they believe you are worthy to be in the room, that means your opinion is worthy. And also it is possible to just voice out loud. If you say, let me say something, this idea might not be fully finished, let us work on it together. So in this case, you already will kind of address your insecurity, but then still speak up your voice.
The idea you are having is maybe inspiring other ones, and both of you together will come to a conclusion that's likely helping the whole company or wherever you are. So sometimes you just have to voice your idea to inspire others. You don't always have to have the conclusion, yeah, or the solution to the problem.
Yes, this is true. Do you have any story, maybe from your own life or maybe from your client practices, that shows the transformation which came from hiding to being seen?
I once had a client, she was 70 years old, really a kind of royal woman. She was quite tall and had a very nice posture, but she didn't like herself on pictures. And you think, well, so what? I don't like myself on pictures. But this was really mirroring how she was disconnected from herself, from her essence, because if she didn't think she was beautiful or she was worth taking pictures of. And this was what she was reflecting to others. That was showing in her relationship. So she was not being treated right. Yeah, her boyfriend at that time was quite unrespectful to her, and we worked on that, on this her low self-esteem. Well, now she's taking pictures. She's on social media. She's showing up. Her posture has even become more straight. And it was only little things. Then she had a good mother and a good childhood. Well, little scenes we went back to, and we reframed them. And today she's so much happier. She used to live with her daughter and her two grandchildren, and she never said what she really wanted. And if, on the other hand, she felt like, well, my voice doesn't matter. Well, if you don't say what you want, you will not get what you need. Yeah, and yeah, if you're finally able to use your voice, to have back your voice, everything can change. And that's how it was. It was a beautiful story.
Yes, thank you for sharing. The first thing that comes now to my mind about it, it's actually example from my own life, because as a coach there are so many coaches, and when I write my bio, what am I standing in, I, among many other words, use the word spirituality. Kind of like it was something, if you are into spirituality, we will likely vibe well. And then I always had this question, is this word somehow appalling certain people, or are they attracting? And I always ask, okay, so what made you choose to have a phone call with me? And in many cases, I hear the answer that this word resonated. So that was for me also one more time an encouragement not to be afraid to say what am I inspired by, because then most likely I will get people who are interested in the same thing, and then it will be so much more pleasurable and valuable on both sides to work together. And also in the other project that I'm like cherishing right now, it is building my community Deep Talks in Berlin for meaningful conversations with interesting people. And everywhere I go right now, if I see some person who is inspiring, somehow I got to this level of confidence, of value in this concept, that I can come and say, hey, you look interesting. I would love to invite you. And just this morning, I recruited a couple of people for this project, and we were laughing about channeling your inner Beyonce. And I had the Joe Dispenza hat, which said, believe, behave, become. And they were saying, well, maybe you should add an extra line, become a Beyonce. And I say, I do not want to become Beyonce. Beyonce is already there. I would love to become the highest representation of Julia. And it just feels the most important part is like to get started, to get kind of like to this right level of energy, because we all know we have to show up, we have to be ourselves, but the more it sounds I have, and you are smaller, what would you think, what would be the good advice for people who are listening, who might realize, actually I would love to show up more fully? What would be your few top pieces of advice?
Well, what I would ask would be, what is stopping you from fully showing up? Have you ever listened to your inner voices? Who's talking there? Whose voice are you hearing constantly? Who's holding you back from showing up? I think it's very important to be aware of your blocks, your limiting beliefs. So the first thing is just to look inside. What's inside of me? Who's talking there? Just watch your inner dialogue. I think this is the most important first step, and then find someone to work with. It took me 20 years of self-development and searching in everywhere. I did so many things. I'm a Reiki master. I worked with healing stones, tried astrology and tarot, and all of it. Started to the training to become a medium, and always searching for more than 20 years until I find the right teacher. I finally found the right teacher, Marissa Peer, with RTT, and decided this is so powerful. This is what I want to do. And for me, the root cause is so important. That's why I think it's good to understand who's talking in your head. Is this your mother? Is this your teacher? No, you're not good enough. Your drawing is not right. Or who is it? Or is it your true self? Or is it your child that is afraid of being rejected, who wants to please everybody? And then find someone to resolve it. Well, you're working with your future self. I'm working with the past. We're a good combination, I think.
Yes, actually, exactly. That I fully agree with you that this understanding who is it talking, and then ultimately also using these mindset techniques to look at this at face value. Is it still true? Is this voice like really like valid? And also just flip it to understanding that showing up value may repel certain people. This is true, but it only means that this will create space for new people to come, which will resonate with you. And utterly everyone will say, I want to be with my people, instead of being liked by someone when you are wearing this mask and actually you feel so untrue to yourself and disconnected also to those fans and people. So that authenticity is a value, and it helps to attract right people and right opportunities. So that there should be like no fear. We can never be everyone's darling, and that's all right. And actually our, like in German, Ecken and Kanten, some like our edges, they help others to relate to us. And also the vulnerability. I think we have not used this big word today at all yet. When we show something that, I don't know, there was certain pains, we failed something like, was some bitter lesson, it opens up for human connection. Because when one perfect LinkedIn facade talks to another LinkedIn facade, it is very little room to properly connect. And once you connect, then you start getting out of your way and creating maybe some more value for others than otherwise. And exactly as you were saying about the future self, my approach would be also to invite our like listeners or any person to just for one moment close your eyes and imagine this version of you who is living in this full expression, the full alignment between your outer and inner world, and speaking your truth, and just imagining yourself, how is this version of me showing up? How is she dressed? How is she moving? How is she speaking? And just model it. And then step by step, the more we focus on this positive vision and acting as if, the more it becomes our reality. And with every next step, the confidence will be growing, because most of our fears, they actually are unsubstantial and at the same time hold us back.
Absolutely. You're right.
Yes. Well, if everyone who is like with us, who is listening, you are also very, very welcome to share what things help you or what is some of the takeaways from today's conversation. You are very welcome. I thank you for your wonderful presence, dear Mary. I thank everyone who is listening to us or watching the replay. May it serve you well. Also, if you enjoyed talking to us and would like to dig deeper, both Mary and I, we offer conversations, free of charge chemistry calls. We will drop it in the comments. So feel free to reach out. And we look forward to talking to you and seeing how you thrive being your authentic selves. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.